Well, this is my first video and I would like you to subscribe to my channel if you like this content that you're watching. You can also ring the bell so that you can get notifications every time it comes up. Top of the morning to you all out there listening to this. My message is straight from the heart, and I really do hope that this helps you at some point in this year, really. Yes, it's the third quarter of the year, and we all know that we are facing COVID-19's realities. We're all trying to adjust to the new normal, which is part of it. But it's also imperative that we drive new hopes, new aspirations, and tenacities that should paddle us throughout this decade. Taking a look at last year's adventure, who would believe that COVID-19 was even going to come into play and disrupt all of these global activities? Here we are today. And despite all of these unforeseen activities, it's still important that we pick up the bits of opportunities that we have here and there and start. It doesn't even matter the wave of the progress. What's important is that we have started out, and once we have that vision in mind, anywhere you go, who knows what will happen at the end. So having said all of this, I will be dishing out my Edu Nuggets with this channel from time to time, and I think it's proper for me to introduce myself. My name is Sandra Chebe. My field of experience cuts across broadcasting, banking related services, but presently I'm a teacher. Yeah, you can say that again. I teach in one of the benchmark schools in West Africa. I am also a storyteller. That's one very interesting part that I would like to reserve for another day, and I'm sure you'd like to hear about that. Today I'll be talking about what teaching as a profession has blessed me with. You see, teaching permeates the four walls of the classroom that we already know about, and so I'll start by saying that teaching is expression personified. In other words, how do people perceive you as a teacher? What do you emit, even in the teaching process? Now, it's as simple as this. In all that you do, even the little classroom that has been given to you, what do you have to offer? What do you have to show? Alright, I think that is where I'll be interested in starting with. You see, teaching is a profession that I am proud of anytime, any day, and it's not owing to the quasi financial rewards, because we all know it's rankings, within other professions, and that's quite sad. But unlike our Western counterparts, who I always say that they accept better cost dishes or full cost servings, and if I were to conduct a cross-sampling of teachers across, you would see that they are pleased with teaching because they could derive things such as self-content and even fulfillment from the passion of teaching. But that's not all. Personally, I think I am pleased with the fact that teaching is the manifestation of knowledge that has to be communicated to another party, and that party are actually the younger ones. The best part of teaching is that aside this 1, 2, 3, 4 calculations of mathematics and the ABCs of language that is dished out in the classrooms, we have the ability to sow seeds. In other words, we are blessed with that ennoblement of molding children. There's nothing as good and as blessed as this. Now, it's like being, handed over an egg, and you have to preserve it by fortifying it with the right conditions, isn't it? So simultaneously, in the long run, what do you do to these eggs? Guess will be as good as mine. You want to eat it, right? Fine. So if you have to eat it, the moment your mind starts telling you you're going to eat this egg, what happens? It invariably happens that your neuron system tells you in what form the eggs are going to be preserved. Now, this is very simple. You see, it just offers you a preconceived idea of the end products. That means you already know if it's going to be boiled eggs, poached eggs, scrambled. So what we're saying in essence is that submission that your brain has given to you already tells you the heat process to apply. So even before you have even made the attempt, you already have an idea of what you're going to do. Now you see, in the same vein, children, they are like, excavated mineral deposits. All you simply do is they are handed over to you in their raw state and they have to be refined by you. Now, as a teacher, it's very simple. You should nurture them appropriately. How? You should have a clear vision in mind. You should be able to set goals for these children. You have to stimulate their ideas, make them think. You have to think out of the box. It's always very important. Another thing is that you have to create these learning conditions for them. And once you have achieved this, you know what happens? You watch them grow in spectacularly dimensional ways. Now, what are we saying here? At this point, I think I'll just leave you to ponder a little and take a deep breath. As a teacher, what are we molding for the future? As a teacher, what learning educational style are you attracting? You see, besides this algebraic equations, the almighty formulas, the spelling, reading, and rules of the English language, it's also important that we are providing our learners with sustainable tools that will disrupt their traditional flair of thinking and then, set them on a perceptual panache of creating treasures of solutions of which they have gotten from their activated learning. Wow, haven't we just said so much in such a bit? Well, I'll leave you with this. My name is Sandra Achabe. I am a creative educationist, reiterating edu values and molding new tenets. You can subscribe to our channel and then like our videos, a thumbs up. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you always get our video content. Thank you. I'd love to see you next week. Bye.